When's the last time your life was perfect? When is the last time every little thing was in order? Has it been a long time? Never. There is no perfect time to seek joy because life is not going to calm down so you can just go seek your happiness. Life is always happening. Something at the job, the kids, health, whatever it is. There's always something happening. But does that mean you wait? Does that mean you never do it? What would be the point of that? The best time to seek joy is when everything is in chaos. Everything looks upside down. And all you can do is just hang your head and cry. That's the time you do it. Now, does seeking your joy mean that the sadness disappears? Not initially. Initially, you have to hold both things. You have to hold the sadness and the joy. And in the beginning, the joy is kind of like over here. But the sadness is right in your face. When you seek joy, you learn to create space for the sad times, but you make sure you create space for the good times. Now, you can do this in whatever order you want. I started with cleaning my house. I needed a clean space to operate in order to feel relaxed. Now, if you really just don't have the energy or enough joy to clean your house, I get it. I would suggest starting small. If your entire house is a mess, no judgment. Your room is a mess, there's things all over it. Start with one thing. Clear your bed off. And I do not mean pick those things up and put them away. Clear it off onto the floor. You'll get to it. It's not going anywhere. Look how long it's been there. Just clear your bed off so you at least have that space to relax because rest is important. You don't want to stay at rest. You want to get up and do things, but your rest is important and you want to at least feel comfortable in the place you lie down. Now that we at least have a clear bed, make a joy journey list. This is the fun part. This is where you get to imagine. You get two sides of a sheet. On one side, you're going to put the things that you really want to do. And on the other side, you're going to put a date so that you know exactly when you're going to do this. And make sure that this date is soon, even today. On the left-hand side, that list that you're writing of all the things you want to do, make sure it's attainable. Make sure it's affordable. If you cannot do it immediately, don't write it. Now, that's not to say that you can't dream. You can make this list as long as you want. You can dream and say, I'd like to eventually do this, but if you can't put a date, don't write it. This is what I did when the Holy Spirit downloaded into me to go on a joy journey. I did two sides on a sheet of paper. I wrote down going on a hike, a murder mystery dinner that I've always wanted to do. I went and hung out with family, but I did that at the end. I made sure that the majority of my joy journey was by myself. I needed to learn how to be by myself because I had never been. If you are a person that's always by yourself, that's okay. Because guess what? You're pretty dope and you're going to love your company. Eventually, you're going to involve people in your joy journey. But right now, it is just about you. But Keisha, I got kids. I got a job. I take care of my mom. I take care of my dad. I have so many things to do. I don't have time for a joy journey. That's a lie. It is. And I know some people be like, whatever, Keisha, you must have all the free time in the world. I don't. I didn't. And I don't now. But I still make my joy intentional. Because one thing's true. Life is still going to keep throwing things at me. Why does the world get to dictate my life and my feelings and I get no say? It doesn't make any sense. Even if it's 5 minutes, take that 5. Your parents go to sleep. Your kids go to sleep. Your boss ain't looking sometimes. Do your job, do it to the fullest. But you can take 5 minutes, a 5-minute walk, a 5-minute shower, a 5-minute just lay down and just breathe. And if you do happen to get an hour or two, those kids go to school, unless you're a homeschool mom. I have a homegirl that is a homeschool mom. So it does make things a little more challenging, but difficult and impossible are not synonymous. They do not mean the same thing. Just because it's hard doesn't mean you can't do it. Go on that hike. Go out on that solo lunch date. Did you know that hotels like the Four Seasons have really nice restaurants on the inside? And they have the bougiest people that are in just... It's cool to people watch. I went to one and I was people watching and it was just odd. You know, they weren't odd, but I'm not often in these environments. So it was odd to see how they interact with each other. But you can people watch. One time I went on the Atlanta Beltline and I got one of those little electric scooters and I went on a Beltline tour. I had never been. I've been in Georgia for, at that time, 15 years and had never been to the Atlanta Beltline because all I ever did was work, raise my child, and worry. Why did I never give myself time for me? How long has it been since you've given yourself time for you? Your joy has to be intentional. And no matter what lie you're telling yourself, you do deserve it. Rebellious joy is rebelling against all the sadness the world brings and seeking the joy of the Lord because his joy is perfect. And guess what? If God said you deserve joy, you don't trump him. You deserve it, and that's it. That's the fact. And the last thing I'll leave you with is when you seek joy, God will meet you there. I had one experience in November, where I wanted to go flower picking. I had never done it before. It seemed pretty cool. And I had the idea of going frolicking because I hadn't done that either. And I was a little anxious about going there and seeing plenty of people. I do get anxiety, which is weird because I'm in sales and I deal with people all the time. But when I got there, there was nobody there. No one. Not even the owner. You kind of like scan the QR code, pay, and then go about your business. So I was very happy. And when I walked in, it's like a little covered shed. I don't know. It's pretty, but it's not. Shed doesn't sound pretty. Anyway, I walked in and there was a cat. Now, if a cat is not your thing, you don't have to worry. God won't send you a cat. He sent me a cat because I love cats. And this cat was friendly. It was rolling around on its back. It's meowing, it's purring, and it followed me around. I was thrilled. So I get my little bucket, I pay, and I go out into the field. And there's this maybe like 4-foot fence separating the flower field from a larger field. And there are horses on this field. And as I approach the fence, the horses, it's like 4 or 5 of them, just start trotting past me to go into the barn that's to my right. And one horse just stops. Like, it stopped so I could just stare at it. And all I could say was, thanks, God. He met me there. He met me there on that journey and he made it perfect for me because his joy is perfect. Now, this joy journey list I just told you about, I have a free PDF. If you are not creative and you don't know how to split that up, I have a free PDF that I can email to you. Email me at rebelliousjoy23@gmail.com and I'll send it over to you. There's no catch. There's no fee. I just email you a PDF. It was life-changing. I'm still going through my journey. I'm still worth it. And so are you. Find your joy. Stay rebellious.